They are doubling down as a brand new report has just revealed massive details surrounding the Milwaukee Bucks and a connection to the Sacramento Kings regarding a trade for one player in particular. And we're going to get into exactly who this player is, the details surrounding a trade between the Kings and the Bucks, and a little look at tonight's game against the New York Knicks. Guys, how's it going? We got another edition of Bucks Digest here. Before we get into all of that, we noticed that 67.5% of you are not subscribed. Right now, we sit at just over 3,300 subscribers, and we can't thank you enough for all of your undying support. We thank you so much for that, and we're trying to get to 4,000 before Christmas time, so please make sure to hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. Totally free and easy way to support the channel. Like and comment down below about how you feel about the Milwaukee Bucks this season heading into this game against the New York Knicks. Going to be a tough one tonight, guys, but I think the Bucks fared really well against a competitive team in the Miami Heat, and I think they looked a lot better than some of the previous games against teams like, even the Charlotte Hornets, who they did drop a game against, but they didn't have Giannis Antetokounmpo, as well as another game against the Detroit Pistons, where I do think that they fared well against them as well. I think they show a lot of fight, but again, it's the Pistons. They're one of the best teams. They are the best team in the Eastern Conference. But guys, I want to get into this trade report here, which has a connection to DeMar DeRozan. You'll see here in this tweet, it says the Bucks, Clippers, Heat, Blazers, and Grizzlies are teams to watch for DeMar DeRozan, per Brett Siegel in the NBA Insider. It says here that DeRozan and his contract are basically viewed as a one-year rental, which is why he will have some suitors between now and February. Keep an eye on the Bucks, LA Clippers, Miami Heat, Portland Trail Blazers, and Memphis Grizzlies as suitable destinations for DeRozan. Now, guys, before we get into the details of this trade, I just kind of want to give my take on this, and I think this is a terrible trade for the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't like this at all. I don't know why John Horst is looking at DeMar DeRozan right now. He's pretty old at this point in his career. He's not playing the best basketball either at this point in his basketball playing years. If I can get his screenshot up there right now, you can see that DeMar DeRozan is he's very old. He's in his late to mid 30s right now. He is not the greatest defender. He's only a 2-level scorer at best. We know how he lacks the ability to shoot the 3-point ball. He always has, even in his days in Toronto. Now, of course, don't get me wrong. I love DeMar DeRozan as a player, very fun to watch. Great guy even off the court. He's a very generous guy, does a lot of stuff in the community. So, not knocking him in any way there. Great guy on and off the court. But as a fit with the Milwaukee Bucks, I think it is a terrible fit. I think that that's not going to work for the Milwaukee Bucks. They need a 3-and-D wing. They need a guy who is going to be tenacious on both sides of the ball, especially on defense. We were looking at, in our previous video, Zach LaVine, who I think is a much better fit for the Milwaukee Bucks, although there's a lot of controversy surrounding him right now with that little fight he had with one of the Kings fans, and he wasn't playing defense. He also has another stat there that I witnessed earlier, that he's having one of the worst plus minuses in the league right now, which really isn't a reinvigorating stat to see. It's not very reassuring about what Zach LaVine can do on the Milwaukee Bucks. But kind of just looking at DeMar DeRozan right now this season and his stats, you can see here that it's 33 minutes per game, 18 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a turnover, 2 fouls, great efficiency, and he's efficient from the 3-point line. But of course, we know that DeMar DeRozan just doesn't shoot 3-pointers. It just hasn't been a part of his game. He never really transitioned around the 3-point revolution around that 2015 to 2016 era. He never incorporated it into his game, and it shows. The highest volume of shooting he ever did in his career. If we can look at his stats here, you can see, if I can look here correctly, it's around last year in the Sacramento Kings, he shot around 3.3 attempts per game beyond the arc, shooting 33%, which is fine. But for a guy who's a shooting guard, you can also see there in Toronto, in his last year in Toronto, he actually shot more threes, 3.6 attempts per game, 31%. But kind of just tracking back here, guys, it just never became a part of his game, his 3-point shooting, which is something that the Bucks need right now as one of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league, with players like AJ Green and Ryan Rollins, who's been great from behind the arc, and even Gary Trent Jr., who is not having his best year beyond the arc, but it's still early into the year, and I like to give him the benefit of the doubt that he will start knocking down shots eventually. And we also have players like Taurean Prince, who was a really efficient 3-point shooter on moderate volume, but unfortunately he will be out for the year. And we still have to wait for Kevin Porter Jr. to come back, who has also been a pretty moderately efficient 3-point shooter as well. But kind of just giving my overall summary thoughts on this, I don't think it's going to work for the Bucks. They need defense. DeMar DeRozan can't play defense. He tries. He tries more than Zach LaVine, it looks like. But, I just don't think defensively or offensively this is going to work, because even when Giannis comes back, what's he going to do to DeRozan? He can't kick it out to DeRozan beyond the arc. He's going to take a step in, try and post up, do a fadeaway in the mid-range, long, short. long, short, pure, mid-range, whatever you want to call it. He's just not a three-point shooter, and this is what this Bucks team needs right now. So I just wanted to give my overall thoughts on that and tell you that I don't think that this is going to work for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's just not going to fit with these players that we have right now. And right now, when we have Giannis on the floor, I think that the Bucks are clicking. I think that they've won games. They even beat the Golden State Warriors without Giannis Antetokounmpo. That was a really fun game to watch and showed a lot of drive and will and tenacity in this team, which is, what I love to see. They even showed that in the game against the Miami Heat, where they showed a lot of competitiveness, which was great to see from this team. It's something that we really need right now, sitting at 11th in the Eastern Conference. So kind of overall, those are my thoughts on DeMar DeRozan. I don't think he's a good fit for this team. I don't think that John Horst should be even looking his way. If he's going to look at somebody, he should look at Zach LaVine and Keon Ellis, because those two guys, I think, could really bring something to this team. Of course, Zach LaVine and his defense has been a major issue so far recently and throughout his career. He just hasn't been a great defender overall. But Keon Ellis is one of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. He's a guy that can bring a lot of intensity on both sides of the floor and is an efficient three-point shooter. So if I was going to look at two guys from the Sacramento Kings, it would definitely be them. And if you look at a trade package for those guys, of course, Kyle Kuzma is the main guy that is mentioned in these trade rumors, and probably some draft capital. But if you take a look at the Milwaukee Bucks draft capital so far, we really don't have that much. You can only see there in 2031 and 2032 that those are their only picks that they own so far in the near future, and the rest of them are pick swaps with other teams, and they are not favorable pick swaps. We are going to get the lower pick in that sense. So that's going to be pretty brutal to see, but hopefully John Horst can pull something out. He hasn't done, I don't think he's done the greatest job drafting so far. You got players like, besides Giannis Antetokounmpo, who, he didn't draft, but their recent draft picks haven't really panned out like we had hoped. But, of course, we hope that we can leverage some of this draft capital to get someone maybe at the trade deadline. I really think that bringing in another 3-and-D wing, maybe a better power or small forward besides Kyle Kuzma is another player I think we can get in, kind of do a swap for him. But overall, those are my thoughts on the DeMar DeRozan trade. And just taking a look at this game against the New York Knicks tonight, guys. We got the depth chart here, not the depth chart, sorry, the injury list here. Landry Shamet will be out tonight, and so will OG Anunoby. And, of course, we hope that they get healthy as soon as possible, but that is going to be a huge advantage going in tonight. OG Anunoby is one of the best 3-and-D players in the NBA, top 5 if you ask me. So not having him there is going to be a major advantage for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I think that they need to take advantage of that. They need to take leverage on that and make sure that they can utilize that to their advantage to a win tonight. But guys, those are my overall thoughts on the DeMar DeRozan trade, and just taking a look at the injury list for the New York Knicks tonight. But give me your thoughts on DeMar DeRozan, and if you think he's a fit with the Milwaukee Bucks, if you think Zach LaVine and Keon Ellis are a fit with the Milwaukee Bucks, and just give me all your thoughts down below. And as always, guys, go Bucks.